Hello and welcome to Around Edinburg CISD with the Superintendent. Joining me is Dr. Mario Salinas, and this is a new show for our district and something that we're going to be doing to highlight a number of our programs, initiatives, teachers, and some of our students. Tell us a little bit about what we'll be doing.
The idea behind this new program is that we want to show the work that's happening, the great things that are happening in the district. We want to show our community, we want to instill confidence in the parents that send children to our schools of the great work that we do. We want to highlight teachers that are doing great work. We want to highlight programs that the district is excelling in. We want to highlight construction projects. We want to highlight all the good things that are happening in the school district. We don't want to keep it to ourselves. We want to highlight and show our community what we're doing in Edinburg.
Right, and this is a great opportunity for us to kind of show all the different ways that we're shining. And one of the first ways that we did it, we visited Vets Elementary, and we went to a pre-K4 class, and we visited with Ms. Carrillo. So at this elementary class, she's incorporating all kinds of different innovative ways of using reading, science, on-hands activities, enrichment to work in her classroom. So let's take a look at some of the things she's done.
Ms. Carrillo, I've been here a couple of times, several times actually.
Yes.
And when I talk to people, principals, teachers, others, I always tell them, I've been to Vets and I teach her there, Ms. Carrillo. From what I see magic, magic here being happening between what you're trying to teach the children and what the children are grasping.
So tell me, what is the favorite thing about this class?
We can play with Legos.
To play with Legos? And what do you do with the Legos?
We build a house.
You like to play with your friends? What is your favorite thing?
Play with my friends.
Well, the key and the focus that I have at the beginning of any year that I've been teaching is that fostering of love, that they know that I love them.
They know.
Yes, and once I have that and our positive environment that we have here, you can go on and teach anything.
Children instinctively know when somebody loves them.
Yes.
I think, and the love that they sense in you, I think it's part of the formula, part of the magic.
Cap. Cat. I am Pam. I have a cap.
You mentioned earlier how you visited the classroom last year, and you could see it's different this year, isn't it?
It is.
It is different this year because I have different children, and I want to foster their needs. So I thought, okay, let's see, what can I do differently last year? What can I improve on? Even myself, I take a look at myself and see what can I do to help my children that are coming in this year.
When I came last year, it was October, maybe November,
Yes.
and I remember that one of the lessons that you were doing was sign language. And I believe the children were like in H or G, just so impressed with that. They're learning Spanish, English, and sign, right?
Yes.
So I don't know.
And we're just starting, you're coming into week one of the letters.
Of the letters.
Of the letters.
Okay.
And right when we're starting off, of course, it's with sign and with a song.
With A-L-L, then the time went.
Last I found was
Yeah.
and that's how I begin it. We've done colors, and to this day we're on our fourth color, and I do that as well as sign. So for me, it's a look at how do children learn? Can aesthetic? Are they learning? Is it auditory? Is it so on? So
and how many children do you have here?
22.
And they all have their own strengths and weaknesses of how they learn.
Oh, yes.
All 22.
Yes, and I got to consider that. That's why I always look at the learner itself. And sign language has been so positive for me to introduce with my high group to my advanced.
And they love it, right?
To my beginner.
Yeah.
Yes, they definitely do.
Well, what is your favorite thing to do in class?
To read,
Read?
to learn, to go home, to hands ourselves, listen to teachers, walking feet, and take care of your things. Take nice words for our teachers and try your best.
You know, we teach things with the curriculum. We have themes. And just like anything else in academics, we don't teach it in isolation. We do it thematically. That's why you're seeing science with the alphabet. That's why you're seeing math, reading together. You're seeing it all across the board. And that's what makes it special and magic, like you said.
One of the priorities for me, as soon as I became superintendent, a priority for me was to emphasize the early childhood program.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? Previous to me being the superintendent, I know that most of the emphasis was on the testing grades, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yes.
And a lot of the resources would go into the testing grades, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because they're the report card for us. However, I felt that investment on the front end eventually will reap benefits down the road. One of my strategies was I felt strongly that we needed to invest with the early childhood program,
yes.
pre-K 4, kinder 1st and 2nd.
Yes.
If more than that, I felt that why don't we give those parents that want it the option of sending their 3-year-olds, since TA allowed it. Why don't we allow the 3-year-olds to get ahead for those parents that want it? That's an extra year of formal training,
Right.
in reading, writing, motor skills, etc. Not only that, I also convinced the board to allow me to allow any parent that has a 3-year-old in Edinburg or out of Edinburg that want to send their children to our schools, provided they're 3 on September 1. Any parent, regardless of their economic means, to allow us to teach them.
Yes.
I felt strongly that giving them a head start, an extra year early, especially children that are poor,
yes.
or considered economically disadvantaged, to me, it just makes sense. And all the research will tell you, but you don't need research to understand that you put a 3-year-old in a high quality environment. Mm-hmm. What do you mean by that? A certified teacher in an aide,
Yes.
low student teacher ratios. There's going to be progress. So,
Absolutely.
and then on top of that, we hired Victoria Martinez to take control of that program and help
Yes,
the principals make the best of the 3 and 4-year-old program and the
Yes,
kinders.
thank you.
And so with your assistance and your expertise, we're going in that direction. So never as far as I can remember, and I've been with the district 40 years, have we had a director of early childhood program, which boggles my mind.
Yes,
to
that's
me.
correct.
So here you are,
Thank you.
the first early childhood program director
Yes.
in the history of Edinburg CISD.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Salinas, for the opportunity. And to your point, we started this 2 years ago. Pre-K3 started 2 years ago, and our first pre-K3 students are officially in kinder. And we are hearing great reviews from our campus principals, our teachers. They see exactly what you just said, the benefits. We are reaping the benefits right now because these kids are already reading. Once upon a time, they'd come into kinder and they weren't reading yet. But these kids that you and the board have provided this opportunity for, they are coming into kinder and they are reading. So we are currently going through the beginning of the year assessments, and it's called M-Class, and we are very eager to see the results because we know that there's going to be substantial gains.
And we're only as good as a campus, as a program, as a district, as our teachers. Yes. And in this particular segment, we went to visit one of our shining stars. I call her one of my rock stars, Ms. Carrillo.
Yes, she's an amazing teacher.
She's an amazing teacher. I said, when I saw her last year, I told our team, she's doing magic with those children. I can tell the great work that she does. She loves what she does. She loves teaching. She loves the children. I can tell. The children love her back. And we need to to highlight that kind of work that's
Yes.
happening, and they make it work for us.
Yes,
And you know,
yes.
Ms. Carrillo, I know Ms. Carrillo now as a result of visiting campuses, and we need good teachers,
Yes.
and we're going to continue to highlight Ms. Carrillo and other teachers that we've seen when we're out visiting our campuses.
Absolutely, yes. As well as when I visit the campuses, I see amazing things. Our teachers asked us to build up our science curriculum. And so this summer we had amazing curriculum writers come in. Our summer curriculum writers, you know, throughout all grade levels do amazing work for the district. And so they came in and we built up the science and the social studies. And so what we saw in Ms. Carrillo's class, a lesson on oxidation, that's all part of it. And so we're excited to see that same quality of teaching throughout the entire district with all our pre-K 3 and pre-K 4.
When I was there, I saw a child that I had seen the year before when he was in the 3-year-old program, and I recognized him, and he had a little name tag. I saw that his name was Logan, and it just triggered my memory. He said, I remember you.
Oh.
You counted to me 0 to 100
That's
as a
correct.
3-year-old. And it was in the fall semester, I remember that. And so I sat down there, and Ms. Carrillo was telling me, not only that, he can read.
Yes, coming out of pre-K 3.
He can
yes.
read, and he read a little story for me. So it was, you know, the best thing. But the best part of my job is being out there in the classes with the students and the teachers.
Yes, I agree with you. That's where we're having a rough day. That's where we go
That's
to
right.
pre-K 3 and pre-K 4 classrooms because it makes it makes it amazing. Yes.
You know, all the research says if you get children a high quality early childhood education for the Head Start, the child, in all probability, will be able to read fluently in 3rd grade.
That's correct.
Will be able to do rigorous work at the high school, and the chances of the child graduating from college is that much higher.
That is correct, sir.
You know,
Yes, that is
so-
correct, and that's what we're looking forward to. We are looking forward to the results, the long-term results as they grow up.
And then the early childhood program is becoming very popular with our community.
Oh,
As
absolutely.
you know,
Yes.
we have over 3,200 students in the pre-K 3 and 4 alone.
Yes, sir.
Just on those 2 programs alone.
Yes.
3,200 students. The parents, the community has recognizes the quality of experiences that are happening
Yes.
in those classes, and it's become very, very popular
Absolutely.
in our
yes.
schools, and we're very proud of that.
Yes, and I love the fact that our program, Dr. Salinas, provides an opportunity in so many areas, reading, math, writing, science, social studies, fine arts, technology, social emotional. The TA just released the new guidelines, and our curriculum is so purposeful. All of the activities are playful, they're planned, they're purposeful, and they're playful. I mean, these kids are coming to school, they're learning, but they're having fun.
TEA is what did you mention
A
that?
Texas Education Agency.
What are they providing for activities and
They
curriculum?
just revised the pre-K guidelines.
Pre-K 3, 4?
Pre-K 3 and pre-K 4 guidelines, and it sets out the outcomes of what children are supposed to do and be able to do
At the different grades?
at the different grades. And it's a beautiful instrument because for our pre-K 3 teachers, they're working towards their certain outcomes at the end of the year. This is what their children should be able to do with all of those 10 domains. And then likewise for pre-K 4, it's very prescribed as what they should do. So our curriculum
You did some
writing,
of that at the
Yes.
Leadership Academy, did you?
Yes, I introduced it. The principals were trained on it. And then here on August the 1st and August the 2nd, we brought in, our teachers are amazing. I want you to know our teachers will give up their summer break. They came in during their summer break. On August the 1st and August the 2nd, we provided a 2-day training. And they gave up their summer to come in. And that's the type of quality teachers, committed, dedicated teachers we have in our district. They give up their summer and they come get all of the new stuff so they can turn it around in the classroom.
So you mentioned that the first pre-K 3 students, the first cohort, is now in kinder.
That is correct.
So are you going to measure
Absolutely.
You know, now we can measure, right?
Yes.
How are
yes.
they doing versus a child that was not in the 3-year-old program?
That is correct. Yes, we're going to run reports so where we can measure the children that came in pre-K, you know, that started pre-K3 with us,
Correct.
started pre-K4 with us, and are maybe brand new to kinder with us.
Correct.
And also we can even look at the children who didn't have an opportunity for whatever reason, didn't attend 3 and 4. Pre-K3, Pre-K4, so that we could see the difference.
Now we can see, right? Now we can
see the
start
difference.
studying. Before they get to 3rd grade, when they take the state assessment,
Yes.
we'll really know
Yes, correct.
the impact that the 3-year-old experience has on the child.
Exactly. Yes. So we'll be able to run reports, and it's going to be real exciting.
I'm very curious.
It's yes.
I'm very curious to see what the results tell you right now in kinder. Do you do like pre-test, post-test?
Yes, yes, we do both. We do the beginning of the year, middle of the year in January, and end of the year. And the beauty of the early childhood director position is that I get to see all the data from pre-K3 all the way to 2nd grade. And so the vertical alignment, the horizontal planning, looking at the strengths and areas that we can focus on, it's just neat to have all that data and see a progression, historical data.
The surrounding districts, do they have a similar early childhood program directors? Some of them do.
Some of them do, yes, sir. And some are called directors and some are called coordinators or just specialists.
But were the only ones that didn't, Edinburg CISD was the only one?
It had been a long,
that didn't have an early
correct,
childhood?
yes. It had been a long, yes, I would agree. But thank you for the opportunity, and we love what we do. I work with the best group of teachers because it's so much fun to walk into their classrooms.
I love it.
And see all that interactive learning.
I love going to the 3-year-olds and
Yes.
to the 4-year-olds. Those little ones, they instinctively they love everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody, you walk in, everybody wants to hug you. Everybody wants to shake your hand. They're very interested in who you are.
Yeah, and before you leave, they all want to hug you.
Yes,
And
they do.
you know,
Yes, they do.
it's
they want you to carry them.
Oh yes, yes, that also.
Yes.
So we're real excited with our program.
All right, well, thank you, Dr. Salinas. That's the end of our show for today. We want to thank you all for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time on another edition of Around Edinburg CISD with our superintendent.